Hey guys, my name's Chemistry, and today I'm bringing you a FFA M.O.A.B on the map mission. I can't really remember the setup for this video, but that's okay, because I know you guys don't give 10 fucks about my setup. You know I'm using the Barrett, you know I'm sniping, and you know I get a M.O.A.B, so that's all we really need to cover on this game. So let's get into the topic of today, which was my French exam that I just finished, like, literally an hour ago. This is why that French exam was so bullshit, in my opinion. My teacher, for the past 2 weeks, hasn't really been doing much, as I've said in the last video. She doesn't really teach, she doesn't really help us study, but whatever. Nobody really cares. Even if she was, nobody would have listened to her, because, face it, we're all like that, we don't study. Unless you're that fucking random nerd on the side of the street that nobody fucking likes and nobody really knows. Anyways, let's get back to the topic. She gave us a study package, a review package if you call it. And on this review package, we were given around 20 to 25 pages. There was about 19 to 20 topics or whatever sections on that. And on my exam this morning, I flipped through the pages. I only needed about 4 of the things on that review booklet. I don't know why teachers seem to do this to us. They say, oh, that was pretty cheeky. They tell you to study 17 to 20 things, and you only need like 4 to 5. Oh, triple feed. You only need like 4 to 5. Like, what are they, like, they're intentionally trying to fail you. But whatever, whatever. I studied. No, I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I didn't study whatsoever. I lost my notes and I just gave up on studying. So I get into my exam and I sit down, you know, same old bullshit. She explains the exam to you and why you should study for it and all that crap. And I sit down and I start doing my exam. Now, we get Scantron sheets, which are like these little sheets that you shade in like A, B, C, D, E, or like 1, 2, 3, or like whatever it is. And so it's multiple choice. I had 100 questions on multiple choice, but they're not those like dinky little multiple choice questions that's just like guess the right one. These are like, there's like, it's guess the best one, so there's multiple answers. So like you can't even just go in and guess through and try and win, because you're not going to win like that. So I get in there and I had to do 100 of these multiple choice questions. Now for most of you, and we only have an hour, there's the biggest flaw in this. There's so much to cover and you have 1 hour to do it. So I have 155 questions to get through. 100 of them are multiple choice and the other 55 are off short answers. I'm like 27 questions in and I've already spent 15 minutes. If you do your math in your head, you're pretty much fucked. You're not going to get through the exam. So I do the logical thing. I go and do every multiple choice that I know and then just dip. I just dip so fast. I just skip through all the multiple choice and I go to the short answers and I start filling those out. And there's some fucking dumb question about like a bike and like explaining a bike. And like, I just thought to myself, I don't even own a fucking bike. Who owns a bike this day and age? Like, we all use cars. It's shit for the environment, but nobody bikes. And like, I live in Canada. Why the fuck would I buy a bike? I have like 4 months out of the year that aren't snowing over here. So I'm not going to invest in a bike, because that's just fucking retarded. So I get through my exam, and I'm at like the 100th question, and I'm like, yes, I'm feeling good. She's like, the time's up. I go through my multiple choice, and I start filling in A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D, D, C, A, B, continuously. I have a 90... Now, before we get into the thing of you guys saying I'm going to fail and have to take summer school, I have a 93 in my course. I am in no danger of that happening. So I didn't really care about this exam. I could have gone in and failed and still made honor roll. So that's what I did for my exam. And the reasons it was bullshit, there's 155 questions, you have an hour to do it, and she told you to study the wrong things. All of that put together, combined for my first exam in high school, to be the biggest piece of shit I've had ever. Now right here, my heart was racing. I was like, oh, am I going to get the M.O.A.B? It's free for all. I'm sniping. I don't know if I'm going to get it. I was so scared of people like coming around corners. I was like, I'll just switch to my SMGs. But yeah, I don't know. That was my first high school exam, and the only pro to that was the fact that I'm home before lunchtime. So I'm going to have a nice lunch at home with my mom, and most likely keep going. And there we go. There's the M.O.A.B, ladies and gentlemen. And I get one more kill just to solidify my lead. And I call it in. There's a free-for-all M.O.A.B sniping. I feel like Jesus has been reincarnated into my body. And the most satisfying feeling in the game right there, ladies and gentlemen. The M.O.A.B to end the game. Plus 900. First place obviously goes to me. And that about wraps this up. So that's why high school exams are bullshit. And why I'm better than you at Call of Duty.